We're back. Did you miss me? Because I missed you.
It's that money making music.
Batong Sangbanan.
Sanibonani guys, ningaze nithi angibingeleli ngoba niyagula sengithole i-soulmate.
I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long as time. Yo, yo. I know I said I was gonna post every 2 weeks, but I've been gone for 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for not being consistent. I'm sorry for posting one video and disappearing. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So grad season is over. No go and go, guys. I think that's mostly why I haven't been active for the past 3 weeks. Because it's been a lot. Like grad season had me by the nipples. And not because I was graduating.
Drum roll please.
Because I was not. Sad, I know. But yeah, we're gonna get into all of that, including why I did not graduate. So I've decided to start a new series, and we're gonna name it TRC, Tiny Room Conversations. Mostly because my room is tiny. Literally, I only have a bed and then wardrobe, and that's it. I can't fit anything else in here, and I like it. It's such a cozy space. It's my space. And also, we're gonna be having a lot of conversations in this space, where most of them will be really just me venting. Like I said, I can't afford therapy, so you guys are gonna be my therapist. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section, what you think about what we're going to be talking about, and all of that. So today we'll be talking about quite a lot, including why I did not graduate this year. Yo, guys, like this is a really heavy topic for me because it's something that's really been stressing me out for months now. Like I never thought I could be in a depressive state, but because of this, a lot has just been going on. Literally, a lot has just been going on. Let's start with what happened. So I mentioned in my first video that there was currently something going on that I couldn't speak about until it had actually been resolved. But by the look of things, it's not going to get resolved. So I still can't speak about it, but I will touch on it so that, like I said, this is a very transparent channel. This is a very safe space for me. And I hope you guys continue to make it a safe space for me. Actually, go into the details of what actually happened because it is still a pending case, but it resulted in me losing my marks for the module that I was doing, which led to me failing the module ultimately. So because I failed that one module, I can't graduate with an outstanding module, which therefore means that I have to go back again and redo this module because of the case that I have that resulted in my mark being taken. One day, hopefully one day, I will get to go into detail about what actually happened that resulted in my mark being taken. But unfortunately, at the moment, I can't because it's still ongoing. We're still in the appeal stages of it. So yeah, I'm still appealing that I be given my mark back. So if that doesn't go according to plan, I might have to go back and redo this module again for the third time. Last year, I failed it because a lot was just going on in 2023. Yes, in 2023, I was in my final year. A lot was just going on, man. In that same year, my granddad passed away. My dad lost his job. There was just a lot going on financially in the family. My bursary was acting up. I had a bursary that funded me throughout my entire undergrad. But all of a sudden, my final year started acting up. Like, they didn't pay for a good 6 months, literally. And my dad doesn't have a job. Where am I going to get food to eat? Where am I going to get rent money? Where am I going to get toiletry money? Like all these small things that you need as a university student that need money. I couldn't get them and it was very frustrating to a point where yo it was such a stressful situation that it started affecting my studies as well. I felt like I don't want to do this degree anymore. Like I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home and be with my family because we're going through such a very difficult time and I'm here in Cape Town. Like it frustrated me. But I thugged it out, and I passed my 3 other modules, but unfortunately failed the one which I was not very confident about because it was giving me a lot of trouble. So when I failed it, it was sort of expected that, oh, okay, it's okay. and I went back and I redid the module. Part of why I chose to go back and actually redo the module is because I wanted to improve my marks for honors, because I have the option of being an associate student, which means I can just go back and write the exam. I don't need to attend the classes. Um, I go back, write the final exam. I keep my CAM mark, which is my continuous assessment mark, which is a mark you work for throughout the semester, and then I just go to write the exam because I already qualified for the exam. But I chose to go back, redo the whole module, get into the classroom again, get into the lab, raise my continuous assessment mark so that it ultimately raises my final mark, and then I get into honors. That's exactly what I did. I went back, raised my CAM mark, but unfortunately, last minute on the day of the exam, a lot of things happened, which led to my disciplinary case, which is currently going on, which led to my mark being taken. When the whole thing happened, it was very stressful. At first, I actually didn't take it seriously. I think I was just pushing it to the back of my head. I was like, okay, okay. And then it started getting really stressful when it was time for the results to come out, and I didn't get my results. And I was like, okay, what is happening? I remember on the day of the case, I was walking to the office where my case was going to be held, and I remember just crying and thinking to God, yo, like I worked so hard during the semester to actually qualify for this exam, only for everything to just get ruined at the last minute. Like qualifying for an exam is not easy. Qualifying for an exam is definitely not easy. Like when you get that email that says, according to university rules, you have qualified for this, guys, that is the best feeling. So qualifying for, like, working your ass off throughout the semester to qualify for an exam, only for all of that to be taken away at the last minute because literally the only thing that was standing between me and my degree was that exam. And I made sure that, you know what, this exam is not gonna, I'm not gonna come back and have to redo this module. So to see all of that being taken away at the very last minute was very painful. I'm not gonna lie. I remember just walking and I just broke down into tears. Thankfully, there was no one around because, I can't be caught slacking. I can't be caught slacking.
I am a thug. How many times do I have to say that?
Yes, we're going through it, but you can't be caught slacking. So I walked in there and I just, when I got there, I made a small prayer to God and I was like, you know what, God, I'm leaving all of this in your hands. Whatever happens, let your will be done. And when I got there and I was informed that my mark was going to be taken, my heart sank. I was like, fuck. Yo, because I already knew what that meant. My mark being taken means I don't get to graduate. My mark being taken means there's nothing I can do at this point. And then I remember when I told my parents the news, they were so supportive. That is one thing in life that we take for granted, having a very strong support system. And I think I'm very lucky to have that as a person because my parents are there throughout everything. I remember even when the whole thing was going on, my mom wanted to fly to Cape Town and be with me, and I was like, no, it's okay. You're gonna spend a lot of money. I'll just come down whenever this is over. I'll come visit and be at home with you, which is where I currently am right now. So that whole situation made me realize that having a very strong support system is very important. Like we go through a lot of things, and imagine if I'm lucky enough to have that, but there are people that aren't. There are people that have to go through a lot of things on their own, and it is very sad. So when I told my parents, they were like, you know what, it's okay. Let's just wait and see where this whole thing leads. 4 months later, we're still trying to sort it out. And by the look of things, it's not getting sorted out. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what, I give up. Like, I'm tired of fighting this. I'm tired of just being in this whole thing. It's emotionally draining me. It's tiring. When you're going through something and you are so emotionally drained that you feel physically tired. That is literally how this whole thing made me feel. How did this whole thing make me feel? You know, when you get into university, it's a very happy experience. It's a very happy experience. You moving into a new chapter in your life. For me, it wasn't as easy because I took a 2 year gap year, and it was not because I wanted to take a 2 year gap year. It's because I couldn't get into school. And when I finally got that acceptance letter, I was like, yes, Lord, this is what I've been waiting for. So to have to go through something similar again was shattering. Like the first time was fine. I think I think the first time didn't depress me as much as this time is depressing me. Like getting into university didn't depress me as much as getting out, literally. Because this whole thing has been so depressive. This whole thing has been. I'm not a suicidal person, but there are moments where I was like, you know what, I am so tired of this. Literally, I am so tired. When you feel like you've disappointed yourself, and when you feel like you've disappointed, most importantly, the people around you that are looking up to you. As a person that has siblings, you're supposed to be a role model to these people. And here you are failing. Here you are not reaching your goals. Here you are just sitting at home, not knowing where the future leads. It's a very disappointing. place to be in. It's a very depressing place to be in. So dealing with it was very difficult. There were moments where I just sit in my room and break down. There were moments where I wouldn't even leave my room. There were moments where I would literally, my room would be so clustered. I'd have a very small space. So any little mess goes a long way. It just makes the whole room a mess. There were moments when my room was such a mess because my emotional state, my mental state was also such a mess. I couldn't bring myself to actually clean it, you know. And when I finally did, it was on those days where I felt like, you know what, maybe this is not as bad as I think it is. But it was, especially when grad season came around and you realize that, shit, there are people that are younger than me that are graduating and I'm not, all because of one thing that happened at the very end, at the very last minute, that just ruined everything. And I'm like, this is sad, honestly. Like, you see people your age buying cars, buying homes, getting decent jobs, and you can't do that. Like, this is the one thing that I was explaining to the university, that whatever you guys are doing, you guys are stalling, and it's literally ruining my future because I don't know whether I should register again. I don't know whether I should go look for a job. I don't know if this is going to get solved. It's leaving me in a state of uncertainty, and it's not a very nice place to be in because you are in your room every day and you're looking at all these people doing something with their lives and you feel like you are stuck. And it's not a thing that I wanted to talk about a lot. I would literally just be in my room, like just feel the emotions, just go through it. And when I feel like I'm okay enough, like I'm strong enough, I'd leave and go chill with my family in the living room or go out. But there would be days or weeks when I wouldn't even leave the house, literally. Just a week ago, I left the house for the first time in a month. I hadn't left the house in a long, long, long time. I'd been in my room most of the time because it was grad season and I was really feeling it. I was really feeling it. It was a lot. It was honestly a lot. And I think how I'm dealing with it is just to allow myself to feel, allow myself to go through it. Because the problem starts when you start bottling up things, you're pretending like you're okay, and you know that you're not okay. It just causes things to be worse because you just keep piling and piling and piling, and eventually it's going to get too much and it's all going to come crumbling down. So that is one thing that I'm really trying to outgrow, that I should actually be able to talk about how I feel. And I'm blessed to actually have a support system that is there, that is present with me, that I can talk to, that just makes the whole burden easier. Even though this is my burden and nobody can actually understand how certain things make you feel. But just to be there, just to know that there is somebody there is what makes it better. I think really the most important thing about this was not that I had to redo the module again. I do not mind doing that as long as I get to graduate at the end of the day. I think the most painful thing about this whole experience was feeling like you have disappointed your parents, especially when grad season came around and they see other kids graduating and you're just there, literally in your room doing nothing. And you're like, fuck, am I really wasting my life? Am I really doing nothing with my life? Because that's how I felt like I'm just sitting in my room doing nothing. And the days are going by, weeks are passing by, and I'm literally in my room doing nothing. That is the great, like, there's no greater pain than feeling like there's nothing as painful as feeling like you are disappointing the people that put in everything to make you who you are. Because my parents have invested a lot in my education, they've invested a lot in me becoming a better person, in me making a life for myself. And when everything happened, it felt like I'm taking away their chance to actually see all their efforts come into fruition, if that's a good way to put it. That you're wasting all their efforts to see their hard work pay off. It's every parent's dream to see their child walk down the graduation stage, and you not doing that for the second year in a row felt like you are taking that away from them. I think it was more about my parents than it was about myself, because I could deal with it. I definitely think I was dealing with it. Be in my room, I would cry, wipe the tears, come out a stronger woman. I'm okay. But it was mostly seeing them, seeing other kids graduate, and you felt like you disappointed them because you are not doing that. And I remember this one day, I just finished cleaning, and my mom took out this purple dress that she bought in my first year, and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna wear this one day on your graduation day." And when she wore it, it was a bit tight; it couldn't even fit anymore. And I'm like, you know what, had I graduated properly on time like other people, she would have probably already worn that dress. It wouldn't be small. She wouldn't need to get a new outfit. Like, it's all these things that keep running through your mind, and you're like, damn, I'm really disappointing my parents. I think that is the one thing that really broke me throughout this experience, feeling like you are not doing well enough. You are a disappointment. You failed yourself. Most importantly, you failed your family. And that's another thing about coming from households that I don't want to say expect a lot from you, but where you are the first sibling and all your other siblings really look up to you as a role model. You are the one that's supposed to pave the way for them to actually follow, you know, and being in that situation felt like you were not actually a good role model. I think that was really the most painful thing about this whole situation. Me feeling like I've disappointed my family, and most importantly, feeling like I've disappointed my parents because they're the most important people in this, and myself. Like, you know, when you sit down and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, you feel like such a failure, and you look at yourself and, yo, guys, stay away from social media. social media will social media will kick you when you're at your lowest. Literally, you could be having a bad day and you go on social media and your peer just bought a house. You go on social media, somebody younger than you has a very nice job and you are at home literally doing nothing. So I made a conscious decision to actually stay away from social media, but it only lasted a week because I'm not really doing anything. I'm at home. So if I'm not on social media, then what am I gonna do? And I think that's where the idea of starting this YouTube channel came, because I was like, I'm going through it. Who am I gonna talk to about everything? I mean, I have friends, but also I want this to be uh, a memo, if that is a if that's how you use the word. But I want these videos to be a reminder one day when I've made it, that this is where we come from, this is where the Lord has carried us from, and this is where we are now. Because it's been a very depressive 4 months. It's been a very There are times where I would literally pray, but no words would be coming out. I'd just be crying, and I'm like, Lord, you know what's in my heart. You hear what I want to say, but I can't say. There are days where you would literally feel like your whole world is falling apart, and you can do nothing but literally sit there and watch it fall apart with you in it. Are definitely moments where I feel like I am wasting time, because it's actually been 6 years since I left high school and I haven't really done anything solid with my life. And I think that's also a killer in our communities. Not our communities, that's deep. Not our communities, but in our lives as young people, where you feel like you're not doing enough, you're not achieving enough. And there'll be moments where I'm like, do I actually even want this degree? Like, is this like I'm going through so much? Do I even like this degree? Like, what am I gonna do with it when I'm done? And all these questions come into play, and you're like, what is my purpose actually? Because you know, when you've always been somebody that's, I don't want to say academically gifted, but somebody that's been, like, even in high school, you were good with your books. You're not necessarily like scary, like clever, but you pass, you know your work, and then you feel like you have everything sorted out in what in you feel like you have everything sorted out in high school, like you're just perusing through the years, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 3, and then all of a sudden you have to make all these big decisions about your life by yourself, and you feel like, am I actually doing the right thing? And I feel like I've been feeling like that for the past 6 years, where I'm like, did I actually make the right choice to actually choose this degree? Like, is this where I'm actually supposed to be? You know, when you come across things and Satan starts planting all these doubtful thoughts in your mind, like, yeah, ubuthi buka manje, you're stuck, awenzi lutho, like, you're not even graduating, you know, all these things. We start feeling like, is this actually where I'm supposed to be as a person? Yo, it is a lot, honestly. It is a lot to deal with. And yeah, I am actually still dealing with it. I am actually still dealing with it, and hopefully before June this whole thing's gonna be sorted out. If not, I'm just gonna go back, redo my module, get my degree, and just move on with life, because this whole thing has been stressing me out. I'm so tired of being stressed. Literally, it's such a depressive thing. I'm glad grad season is over, and I'm very proud of all the people that actually graduated, because I have some very, very good friends of mine that graduated this year, and I'm honestly so proud of them. But it becomes such a shitty feeling when you can't even be happy for the people that really matter in your life, because you're not getting to share in those experiences when you know that you were supposed to, but because of circumstances you are not. Like, it became such a trigger to see a lot of my good friends graduating, because I'm like, I'm also supposed to be walking that stage, but I'm not, you know. And I think a part of me is honestly glad that it's over. Like, now we can go back to normal. But also part of me is very sad that it was yet another year that is wasted. Hopefully this is the last. Hopefully the next time I reference this video will be in a better space mentally and emotionally and financially. Because we need that money. So hopefully I'm gonna be in a better space. But yeah, man, I just felt like I should come out and explain why I didn't actually release a video last week, because I don't wanna be the content creators that are not consistent. I don't wanna get people to subscribe to my channel and then just disappear. So yeah, this is me explaining, and this is me just introducing the first of many episodes of Tiny Room Conversations. Right now I'm literally just sitting and hoping that all of this is gonna get sorted out, because me not by my own might angisakhoni. You see, if I continue entertaining this and I'm really on the brink of it. If I continue entertaining this further, because I'm so tired. It's been going on for months. Literally the beginning of November, this thing happened. So yeah, I am hoping for the best, honestly. And I'm just trusting that all things work together for good to those who love the Lord. And by this time next year, I'm going to be making another video with a very different testimony, and you guys will be there to witness it. I'll definitely make a grad vlog, and this will be one of those videos that I'm gonna reference and be like, hey guys, ngikhumbula ngoba graduate, but just the right thing, like I'm okay, man. Like I'm okay. I definitely would like to believe that I'm okay. I cleaned my room today. I did spend the whole day in my room, but yeah, I actually cleaned it, so that counts for something. That counts for something. And yeah, man, like to everybody out there that is going through a lot, because we're all going through a lot. I'm not the only one going through something. We're all going through a lot. So to anybody out there that is going through something, I didn't advise for when I'm just I wish I could have encouraging words and they say Kuko a light at the end of the tunnel. And the one come no light and that's what they're telling and then I won't you. Like I can't tell people of the light. I can't see myself. Literally I'm in the darkness right now. So I'm hoping if I'm even in a tunnel and if there's even a light, I will see it soon. But Wango, I didn't advise for Nina.
Just because yakowa ngoku doesn't guarantee into yokuba uzawuba right. Ungenzeka kube worse, ube naso ne-stroke, ufe.
But I'm just hoping that you take care of yourselves. I'm just hoping that you allow yourselves to feel situations as you go through them and not bottle things up. Find somebody to talk to, get a friend, and I hope and pray that everybody has a support system that is as wonderful as the one I've been blessed with, because it's very important to have people around you as you're growing up, as you're going through phases of life. So I really pray to God that each and every one of us finds ourselves that support system. It doesn't have to be a lot of people, it doesn't have to be like a whole group, just one person is all you need to feel better. I hope we heal from the things that we don't talk about, because only a few people actually know what happened, and only a few people actually like knew what was happening. And even though they knew what was happening, but not a lot of them got to experience me going through everything that I went through. Like it was a lot. It was not just even the school issue. Like there was just a lot happening at the same time around that time, and it was just, yo, it was enough to drive anybody over the edge. But I'm glad. I'm glad I'm still here. I'm glad I'm still here to make this YouTube video with you guys, my lovely people. The takeaway of this video, yes, let me wrap it up now. The takeaway of this video is that I hope we allow ourselves to feel and go through the motions. Like feel until you feel like decline the work. Because once you wanna act tough, we get a score away and hey, nothing can touch me. One day it's all gonna come crumbling down and it's gonna hurt way more than it would have had you dealt with things as they come. So allow yourself to feel, and when you're done feeling, get over it. Like just move past it and move on with your life. Don't allow something to consume you, because that was literally what I was going through. It was getting to a point where this thing had become my whole life. Like every time, so this is the one thing I can think about. So don't allow your situations to consume you. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to heal, and then move on from it. And another thing that I want us to take from this video is to forgive yourself. Like there are a lot of things that happen. There are a lot of things that happened even throughout the semester that I'm like, you know what? These things probably contributed, even though that I know that they didn't, because I actually worked hard to bring my mark up, so they couldn't have contributed. But you know, when you're in a situation where you're like, I was about to work, you start isn't relevant. You start thinking, oh, maybe had I not done this, maybe this wouldn't have happened had I not. So forgive yourself for a lot of things. Forgive yourself for things you don't have control over. Forgive yourself for things that you felt like are mistakes that you made. Don't beat yourself up about a lot of things. We all make mistakes as humans. We are supposed to make mistakes because that's how we grow. So learn to forgive yourself, because I think most of the disappointment that I was feeling when I felt like I was disappointing my family, it did not come from my family. My family was a very good support system throughout everything. It all came from me feeling like I disappointed them. So because I felt like that, you start projecting it. You start also seeing it. Okay, I really like abandoning but disappointed. And you figure they are okay with it. They literally just want you to be okay. So forgive yourself. And also, forgiving yourself is important in the sense that it helps you to get over things. Because when you don't forgive yourself, you're always going to be in that state where you feel like, oh, had I not done this, maybe I wouldn't be here. Had I done more, maybe I wouldn't be here. Maybe I'd be at a different stage. It's very depressing to not be where you want to be in life at the time that you thought you would be. At 24, I thought I'd have my life together. I thought I'd be in a stable relationship. I thought I'd probably be preparing to get married in the next coming years and all of that. But when you find yourself not being there, like not having achieved the goals that you wanted to achieve at at the age that you thought you would achieve them. Like there are people that thought by now they would have houses or they would be married or they'd have kids or they'd be at a certain stage in their careers, but they're not. And you find yourself blaming yourself for all those things. Like, okay, maybe had I done more, maybe had I like gone out more and grabbed all those opportunities, had I networked more, had I connect, maybe I'd be at a different space. Had I, you have a lot of had I done this, had I not done this, I'd probably be here. It doesn't work. Like, stop being your biggest enemy. Because I literally realized that's the one thing that killed me. Nobody was saying all these things to me. They all came from me. My family was not telling me that I'm a disappointment. I'm the one that was telling myself that I was a disappointment to my family. So forgive yourself. Do not be your worst enemy. And I genuinely hope that we all heal from a lot of things that we don't talk about because we're all going through something. Sonke si yasindwa, sonke siyagoa. I'm not gonna come here and act like go and we're all going through something, and I hope that one day we find the healing that we want. I hope one day we all get to achieve our goals and be where we want to be in life. And I hope we make the most of every opportunity that we have. Like, yes, work towards building a life, but at the same time, don't forget to actually live. Like, don't forget to actually be in the moment, make good memories, laugh as much as you can, go out as much as you can. That is the end of our tiny room conversation. I hope the next time I speak to you guys about this situation, I'll have um, a testimony. I hope I will have a way better story than I have now. I hope I have a way better, something, yeah, not to celebrate. I need a win. Yeah, man. Thank you for being my unpaid therapist. Thank you for listening to me vent about a lot of things that I just spoke about. And I hope that one day we all realize our purpose. I hope one day we all feel like we are actually doing something. I hope one day we all get to realize our dreams and live life to the fullest. That is my message for today. And if you made it to the end, you're real. You're a real one, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. You just being here, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing is all the support I need. And yeah, to many more tiny room conversations together, to many more venting sessions. Yes, and I hope you all have a good one. I hope you all have a good year. I hope this is our year. Literally, I hope we all get to do whatever we had planned to do this year. But yeah, that is all from me. Thank you for making it this far. I will see you on the next one.